Hello again, welcome back to the cellar, the second part of the December update. As I mentioned in the last one, this was split in two, just for length. And pick up where we left off, we have the full speed running for the freight train this time. So here we go. Now, as before, the purpose of this is testing the track work. This train's rather good for that, as the dapple wagons with the light grey ones in the middle will derail if you so much as look at them if there's a track fault. About where that is now, just getting that beam of wood, the wagons are just starting to go past. There was a little glitch in the track, that's been filed down, so that now works. So we can carry on up the incline. Yeah, so here we go, continuing up here, round. This section's not too bad, this 50% speed running. Obviously the Q6, the way she's geared and the way the throttle mapping works is fairly straightforward. This bit here, that board join there, is another slight problem. There's still a little bit of nudging as the wagons go over, but it's a lot better than it was now. I've sorted the alignment there out. And the final bit is that little join there, which again seems to be okay. So we rumble round at this speed, do a circuit before we ramp up a bit just to check. This one went round fine. I must say I do really enjoy watching this little loco go around. Remarkably quiet at this speed. Gets a little bit more noisy as she speeds up, however. Yeah, so here we are now at 75% speed. As you can tell, it's slightly noisier. Most of the noise is the wagons obviously rattling around. Plastic wheels on most of them. I do need to replace all these with metal wheels for better running, but that's a job for another day. But still going round over this bit of track, coping quite well. Nothing came off. Let me carry on and go around again. As you can see, not all of the straight track is actually completely straight through the storage loops. It's a little bit wobbly around there. The main line track isn't entirely straight either, although to be fair I didn't actually want that to be. That was supposed to be a very gentle curve around that back. Didn't quite work out, but 75% running past, so we're onto the scary one. This is the Q6 going flat out, so this is as fast as it will go. And same train and coping quite nicely. So as far as I'm concerned, the inner and the outer loop both seem to be aligned and capable of coping with trains going around. I've had various locos flying around, and yeah, happy with that. Yeah, so in the near future, some posters arrived this week. These are the new controller boards. This is just some of the modules that need to be fitted to them. We've got servo boards, there's a lighting board, there are some I/O boards as well somewhere, and that's another one of the controllers. Pick another one of these. These are slightly more urgent. Originally I was going to do board D's first. I think I probably still am. E is going to get done at the same time. Didn't manage to catch it on video, but while I was doing the high speed running, towards the end, the board down there glitched. When it glitches, it resets the points. Essentially they go back to their central position at startup, and then they move over to where they need to be, which would have been fine had the Flying Scotsman not been crossing the points in that time period. Derailed the front driving wheel of the loco, rear part of the tender. Coaching stock stayed on, reset by that point. She then proceeded at speed all the way around there without any real problems, as I was attempting to get back to the controls to stop the thing. Got about here as I started to find the controls, went over those points at that end there, at which point the train separated. She carried on, nothing fell over, and then I stopped and had to clamber around and sort that out. So that's yeah, they've taken on a little bit more urgency. I need to get those sorted. Another job that's coming up, as you can see, all this lovely track work here, and then the gravel and stuff on it. That is from up here. So this is a job for over the holidays. I need to get a wooden batten sort of fitted from that beam to this beam, and then I need to get all of this clad with the plywood I've used over here. This section here also needs its cladding doing and some lights fitting, which will sort of illuminate this side of the board. This bit needs doing. I'm less certain how that's going to happen, and that obviously that fluorescent light, which doesn't work because it's no longer wired in, that's going to come out to assist with all of this. This area is probably going to get some strips put in, and then it'll be boxed in, but it'll be boxed in a bit lower. It's obviously all the radiator piping. The delights of being in a cellar. I'd much preferred this room to be about 6 inches higher. And I could have dropped all of this and just done a single false ceiling encasing all the pipe work. As I did it first for the desk over there, which actually got some white paint on it. This bit will probably get painted as well. This is a job for over the holidays. That means taking this end board out, this middle board out, and this board here becomes freestanding. It's got its own 4 legs, and then I can I'll just zoom out a bit, might make life a bit easier. Yes, so yes, take that one out, that one out. It's just unplugging the connectors, and I think this one's 5 bolts and this one's, yeah, I think this joint here is 3. There's another 2 at that end. So it's not a massive job to do. That power box needs to get mounted on the wall behind it with enough space to replace that little 5-volt thing down there. That needs to be replaced with something with a little bit more power to it. That'll all be done at the same time, so obviously I can't really do that with this in the way. But the ceiling, it's one of these longer jobs. I've been putting it off for a while. It needs doing. And like I say, while I'm at it, and I've got the layout in pieces, I may cover other bits of it over and get some paint done. Fairly tedious job. One of those ones that needs doing though. Now obviously another job is finishing this panel. The DTC8 needs powering up. That's a relatively simple job to do. The controller modules that I showed earlier, need to fit one of those. Need to fit a servo controller, an IO controller, which I can hook up to the DTC8. There's space for another one. It's using L8 at the moment. It will probably use another 6, so I need to get that sorted. The beauty of that is that still fits within 16 with the servo, the relays for the 2 points. I want to get this one powered up, basically because then I can set up and power these 2 points, which means I can use the outer roads around here, even if they're just sidings, until I get the other end powered up. It's like a bit simpler. As you can see, the yard itself is getting a bit fuller. There's another rake of coaches over there. There's actually another 5 of these to stick out as well somewhere. So yeah, there's a little bit more work there, but I get this one powered up. This is going to lead into 2 other little jobs that need doing. One is I need something to let me calibrate the points. The other end was relatively straightforward. While I was calibrating those, this board wasn't in place, which meant I could just walk through. So that was fairly straightforward. I could just set that up and walk over to the PC, make a change, walk back, see what it did, and then when I got the values I wanted, rewrite the software. This one, it's going to be too much of a pain in the neck to do, so I'm going to create something I can just plug into the point controller when it's in place with a little screen, and I can just adjust the points manually and then use a pen and a paper, write the numbers down, and away we go. Another thing I need to get done is a train controller. If you've looked over at Wire and Wood, which is a DCC loft layout that's automated way more than this is, well worth a look. He's built what he refers to delightfully as a knob box, a box with knobs on it to drive trains. At the moment, I'm either driving them using that PC over there, which means going over there with the mouse and the keyboard, or this phone. The phone is fine, but obviously I can't use it for driving trains while I'm making a video. So I need to make a little control box able to drive trains. Probably just need to be able to drive 2 or 3 at a time, and also control points. because again, that's way off over there. Now, normally I'll be sat over there when I'm driving this layout, but while I'm filming it and while I'm testing it, just a little handset of some sort that I can just wire in a suitable position. Just be wired into the power. Just be a 5-volt system with another ESP32, of which I have several, and just Wii throttle. So there'll be another little project coming up to watch out for. And yeah, and quite obviously there is a hell of a lot still to do. We've also got this, which I have shown briefly. I mean, I've used it to show some of the coaches off. This is the Buffer Stop Challenge entry. 12-inch square, or no more than 12-inch square. This is a 12-inch square roughly. In a scenic challenge done in memory of one of the fallen this year, as the moderator on New Railway Modeler, known as Buffer Stop, who unfortunately was taken from us recently. So in his honour, we're doing a little bit here, and I'm using this. It's going to be a photo backdrop. Yeah, there's a few jobs I need to do on this. This will be a little mini series carried through as I go through it. So I've got some plate rodding to fit, which means fitting little mounts for it to sit on little stools and so on and so forth. And I've got some painting to do and a whole load of other bits, but another one to watch out for. So yes, once again, thanks for watching, liking, subscribing, etc. Hopefully there will be another video or two out before Christmas, but for those of you who don't see those, have a happy Christmas. I'll catch you in the new year. Otherwise, watch out for a few more, and I'll catch you all next time. Thanks very much.